Today in SERDNA Talks, we're going to talk about real estate, and to be more specific, we're going to talk about the real estate bubble that we are seeing across the nation. And most realtors think that we're not in a bubble and that the market will stay like this forever and ever and ever. And I guess they don't see what I see. Here in Miami, we are seeing the craziest bidding wars for single family homes. Everyone wants to move to Southeast Florida, and of course they do. This place is like nothing else on planet Earth. We're surrounded by nature, and that's why people come here. And the weather is something else. And one of the reasons why we are seeing this crazy market is because of the historically low interest rates, and also because, like I said before, we have thousands and thousands of people moving to this side of the planet because of tax benefits. Keep in mind that each bubble is different. And the one that we are seeing right now is something else. This one is completely on steroids. This market behavior can last forever. This one doesn't compare to the one that we saw back in 2008, 2009, 2010, etc. This bubble keeps getting bigger, bigger, and better than ever. And people still wants to buy real estate. People are bidding way more than the asking price. And if a house is listed correctly, let's say at $500,000, it could easily escalate to $600,000. Home prices during the month of March saw growth that we have never seen before. And as you may know, the housing inventory is very limited. And back in 2020, during the month of April, we had 1.4 million properties available for sale in the US. And 1 year later, that number dropped to 1.1 million properties, which is insane. And those numbers keep shrinking. And that's the reason why we are seeing houses selling very, very fast and at a very high price. The US real estate market is harder than ever. Just imagine this. 5% of today's home buyers did not even see their current home in person. Those properties were bought sight unseen. Some of my clients that came from New York, California, Colorado would select their favorite properties from the ones that we sent via email. Then they would just select their favorites. I will go to the property, to the house, film it, send a video to my clients, and then we would just present an offer sight unseen without inspection periods, without appraisal contingencies, etc. Imagine that. I could buy a car, a motorcycle, a bicycle online, no problem. But a house? That's crazy. It doesn't matter if the house is turnkey, if it's remodel or not. People are just desperate and want to move to a house very, very quickly. Forget about awesome condos with incredible views. Houses rule the real estate market, period. But before I continue talking about this, let me just remind you that if you're thinking about buying a property today, you need to be pre-approved, and hopefully your lender will give you a DU. Hopefully. Then I highly suggest that you find the best realtor in your area. And if you just cannot find it, let me know and it will definitely connect you. Make sure that your finances are as strong as a bull. Right now, we are seeing potential sellers staying in their homes due to this pandemic. And not too long ago, the average price for a single family home was $275,000, and today they are almost $100,000 more. And because of the cost of lumber and other construction materials, because they are so high, now builders are not building. And as you already know, the demand is high for housing, but the supply can definitely not meet the demand. And the Federal Reserve need to do something about it, but of course they won't. Because of that, at some point in our lives, the US dollar will collapse, and perhaps we will see the real estate market disaster when interest rates go up. And if that happens, then your purchase power will diminish drastically. If interest rates go up, let's say to 7%, 10%, etc., then prices will fall like dominoes. One of the reasons why the housing boom is so strong is because the economy has just split up and the ultra rich are able to easily access capital. So they use that money for home purchasing. Those are the cash buyers that we're seeing today outbidding the rest. So are we in a bubble? Do you think that the real estate market will collapse? If you have questions, remember to subscribe to SERDNA Talks and to share all my videos with your friends and family. I have to go. See you soon. Ciao.